not even one, everyone. So I expected from few people, but everyone marked it as wrong. So do you know like what is the answer for this question? The first one. I want to discuss with the first one. What is the answer? So many of you people rated a basic for loop which is a C, right? I think you know what you marked. So it is not actually C, so it is actually A. Okay, so I can tell you why. So here, so read the sentence. So what is the correct statement for line 3 to sum the all the elements in an array? Okay, to sum the all the elements in the array. Okay, see, so here I used I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus, that means a post increment operator. Okay, post increment operator. So you can't write another increment operator for it. So we already mentioned the increment operator in the block of code. So how can you write another increment operator? Okay, so like just write the code in something, you know. Just write the code in any editor or anything. So we have a JDB. So I'll try to write the code. Okay. Visible, no? To everyone.
Yes, sir.
So see, I'm creating one array. Okay, I'm creating one array. Like 10, 5, 7, 5, 2. Okay. So what is the sum of this array? What is the total sum of this array? 10, 20, 30, 35. Huh?
35, sir.
Yeah,
35.
35 is the total sum. Okay. Yeah. So now, okay. So we have to write one for loop. Okay. So just let me copy this code. Okay. I want to copy this. Okay. I just copied it. So here I have to declare X. Here we need to write one for loop. Okay, so as per our thing, so we need to run the for loop from int I equal to 0, right? So I equal to 0, it is clear for everyone. So and I less than x dot length, and it is also clear for everyone. Okay, so here I already mentioned I plus plus, so that's why I avoided increment operator here. Okay, so let's try to run this program. Okay, and I want to print t value here. I want to print the t value, and we have to declare int t here, so otherwise it will raise an error into t equal to 0. Okay, let's run this code. See, we got 35 as a addition, sum of integers of an array, right? Okay, so if I write I plus plus here, okay, so if I write I plus plus here, it will increment twice for every iteration. It will increment twice for every iteration because we used post increment operator at x. Okay, we didn't use index, we used index plus something, some operator. Okay, I plus plus, that is a post increment operator. Okay, now let's run this code now. So we got only 19. We got only 19. Okay, so the sum of the sum of the arrays is a 19. No, it is actually 35. Okay, it skipped so many things. Okay, so let's go through the skipping parts. Okay, let's go through the code. Okay, so initially we declared I equal to 0. No, so we declared I equal to 0. Okay, and it will add I value. So the initial the I value, 0th value is 10. Okay, so it will add 10. and we perform the post increment operator. So the value of the I value is changed in the next statement. That means this is the next statement. Okay, so this is the next statement. Okay, so if you perform I plus plus here, okay, so like we already performed a I plus plus now, so which is a 1, and if you performed I plus plus again, and which is a 2, so like 2 is less than length, obviously true. Okay, so array of 2, what is the second value of the array, and which is a 7. Okay, so 10 plus 7, which is a 17. Okay, then 2 plus plus, that means 3. Okay, so here 3 plus plus, that means 4. Okay, 4 less than the length and true. Okay, so the true, so the the array of 4, which is a 2. Okay, it will add plus 2. Okay, so here we have a I plus plus, that means a 5, and here we have a 6. Okay, so the array length is less than 6. No, so 6 less than, if you write a 6 less than or equal to 6, then the third element will be added, but here we have only the index of 5. Okay, because we are having the 6 elements, so we have the maximum index of an array is 5. Okay, so the finally it prints the output, the t value. So what is the t value here? 10 plus 7 plus 2, which is a 19. So that's what we got here. 19 we got it in the sprint. See, so if you make this, okay, I plus plus, okay, only one time, okay, only one time, the I value is changed for every iteration. Okay, so it will work normally, no? So let's run this. 35 we got. So sum of these values is equal to 35 for sure. 10 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3, which is a 35. Okay, so the correct answer for question number 1 is option A, not C. So many of you people write C, okay, which is a A. Got it, boys and girls? Understand, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, right?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is, okay, the first thing. Many of you people, not many, everyone. Okay. So no one answered correctly for
Sir,
this.
I marked A.
You marked A. Okay, very
Yes.
nice. Who is that? Yogesh. Okay. So yeah, Yogesh. Yeah, I forgot you. So Yogesh, you did excellent job for first 5 questions. What happened after second 5 questions? First 5 questions, I think all the answers are correct. Okay, you marked difficult, difficult thing in very easily. But what happened to you from sixth question? Okay, I remember you. You marked every question correctly till fifth question. But what happened to you after fifth question? So you marked silly things, no? Very good job till fifth question. But I don't know what happened to you after fifth question. Actually, I appreciate you for that. I remember you. Yeah, I remember you. Because you are the only person you marked correct for this question, and you marked correct for uh, third question and fourth question also. Okay, you are the only one who marked correct for first question and fourth question. So those are the some tricky questions, and you marked those tricky questions very correctly. But what happened to you after fifth question? So you marked silly things. So just be patient while answering the options now. So let's come into the second question. Okay, so here, okay, okay, I got an excellent answer from, I forget the name, man. Actually, I gave you 4 options for this question, man. Like I gave 4 options. Okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, someone, I forgot the name.
Sir,
Someone
it will not
wrote
work,
third
sir.
option. Who's it? Hammond? Who's it? So someone wrote a option like, so which will not work because main function is not defined here. Array yaar. So I'm writing the code without a main. So main code, I just skip the main code, no? So here I'm passing the value, no? I'm passing the value from the main code. But I think you can understand that. But you can't write another option. So you have only four options. Remember that you can't write a fifth option. So someone I forgot the name. I forgot the name. Who write the fifth option for the second question? I forgot the name here. Astosh, are you? I have the answers to it.
No, sir.
Hemant, yeah. Okay, Hemant. So yeah, I too understand. I missed the main method here, but here I want to know the answer of this particular method. Okay, okay. I do understand the main method is missing, but you can't write a main method is missing. You can't write an array here. Okay, I'm asking you the value of x. Okay, so what will be the output here? What is the options for second question? We
C and
declared,
D.
yeah. So we have one switch statement. In the switch statement, we are passing the value of x, which is an integer. Okay. So if you pass one, okay, we miss the break statements. No. So if you pass one, if the input is one, the output will be one, two, three, four, one, two, three, and do what? Okay.
No,
If
sir, 1 and 2. After 2, we use break.
okay. So then it will be wrote one and two. No. But here I wrote only if input equal to 1, the option will be so only 1 now. So the output will be only 1. But actually the output will be 1 and 2. Okay. So option A is completely wrong. Okay. So coming to input 0. If you pass input 0, the default block will be executed. Okay. Because so there is no case 0 here. Okay, so the default block is going to execute. So the output for input 0 is do what? Okay, so that is also wrong. So coming to the C and D. Okay, so if the input equal to 4, then the output will be do what? Okay, because here we mentioned only case 3 now, so till case 3, but we didn't have any case 4 here. So the default block will be going to execute. So if input equal to 4, the output will be do what? Okay, which is a correct. Okay, C is the correct answer. And coming to D also. Okay, so if you pass input equal to 3, then case 3 and default is going to execute. So the output will be 3 and do what? 3 do what? Okay, so both the options C and D are the correct options for this. Okay, so C and D is correct for this question. And coming to the third question. So yeah, what is the option here? What is the output for this following code?
3.
Obviously, it is a 3. Okay, because we are using some condition here, and after the condition we are breaking the loop. Okay, so if you run this particular code, you will get an option as 3. Okay, which is a true. And coming to the fourth question, yeah, this is the question we have to understand. So many people didn't answer this question, and some people answered the question, but some wrong statements. Only very few people, like 2 or 3 people, marked correct for these questions. Okay, so let's discuss the code here. Okay, we have a switch statement, which is in the switch statement, we are passing the value of x, and I asked what is the possible values of a x. Okay, what is the possible data type for a x. Okay, see, so here we mentioned case 100, 20, 300, sorry, 100, 200, 300. Okay, so I want to perfect compilation. I don't want to print any error here. Okay, I want perfect compilation. See, so choose the all the declarations of x which will not cause a compilation error. Okay, which will not cause a compilation error. Okay, remember this thing. Okay, so if it is a integer, okay, if int x equal to 100, okay, so we already defined a case 100, and if x equal to 100, like 100 can be the integer, so there is a no issue. So option A is true. Okay, coming to the option B. Okay, so 200 is a within the, okay, 200 is within the range of short, so it is a which is also valid declaration. And coming to the, okay, so this thing, okay, we mentioned the case 200. Okay, so there is no issue with case 200. Okay, so option B is also correct. Coming to the third one, so you can't pass a 300 to a byte. because it is not in a range. Okay, you can't pass a 300 to the byte. Okay, so which is not a valid declaration, which will raise an error. Okay, so option C is completely wrong. Okay, coming to the option D. Okay, so here is the tricky part. Okay, so I mean, so 400 can be the long, it is a true. Okay, so this is a valid declaration. Okay, this is a valid declaration. But, okay, but, so did I mention any case 400 here? I mentioned only case 100, case 200, case 300. Okay, I didn't mention any default method. I didn't mention any case 400 here. So if you declare any value with 400, it will raise an error because matching case is not found in the program. Okay, so which also raises one error, which is a valid declaration. I mean, long x equal to 400, which is a perfectly valid declaration. But okay, we didn't mention case 400 or a default method in the this program. Okay, if you mention 400 value to the x, it will raise an error because matching case is not found in the switch statement. Okay, so you'll get a compilation error. I want only, okay, see, I want only to compile the program, so I don't want any compilation error in our program. Okay, so you can't answer D because we didn't mention 400, I mean case 400, and we didn't mention default. If you write a default statement, okay, then it will true, but I didn't mention any default statement or any case 400 now. So that's why we can't declare x as a 400, even it is a valid declaration. Okay, so the correct options for this question is these two: int x equal to 100 and short x equal to 200. Okay, yeah. So these two questions, so first question and the fourth question, like most of the people confuse with the things. I think remaining all the questions you marked exactly correct. Okay, so everything is perfect here, but only these two questions will be some tricky questions. Okay, so that's why you marked some wrong. It's okay, but surprisingly, okay, so I got the scores of, I can show you the score card. Surprisingly, many of the people got 8 marks. Many of the people. See, okay, so out of 30, okay, so 12 people got 8 marks. 12 people. And the 9 marks, I think only one or two. Yeah. So 2 people, Divya and Rupa. Okay, Divya and Rupa got 9 marks. These are the toppers of yesterday's session, yesterday's assessment. Okay, and I don't want to mention the low scores. Some people got low scores as well, but they did very silly mistakes. It's okay. Okay, please take care for the next question. Okay, so did I need to repeat these questions? I think you are aware of these questions now, guys. Did I need to explain these questions? Do you want explanation for remaining questions? Hmm. So how did you solve this problem, Da? I want to know, like, how did you solve this problem?
Sir, first we solved the modulus part, 8
Mm-hmm.
modulus 7.
Okay,
Then I
very
did
good,
the
very good.
9 plus
So
1.
yeah, 9 plus 1 plus 6. Because in the mathematics we have a one BODMAS rule, right? So do you know BODMAS rule? Which is a BODMAS rule, BODMAS.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So B for,
Bracket,
yeah, bracket, and D for
Of
of,
division,
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 division, multiplication,
multiplication,
addition,
addition.
addition,
subtraction.
subtraction.
You have to follow this method while solving the issue. Okay. So most of the people, I think 95% is also people mark it correct. Only one or two confused the thing. So they mark a runtime error, but it's okay. And here also it is the same. Huh? So how did you perform here? So you have to write, these are the bitwise operators now.
First
So
we
how did you solve
multiply to
this?
right, sir.
Hmm. So these are the bitwise things. So apply some bitwise operators. So and coming to the ninth one, and which is a very similar, so which is a labeled for loop, you can easily you can order this thing. And the tenth one also easy.
Sir, I had a problem in 10th one.
Okay.
Confusion.
Okay. So which one?
What do you mean by zero? And
Hmm. See, so first one you need to okay read the program. Okay. So when I am declaring int x equal to 0, I missed the equal to. That is the issue here. Everything is perfect in the code. Okay, and we still the same. I mean, equal to operator. So we can't miss the equal to operator, na?
yes, that's why I also marked that
Yeah,
it was not
yeah.
compiled.
Mm.
But I didn't want those options, zero, some other options that you gave. A0.
Mm. I just I wrote some random words.
Okay.
There is no possibility to print zero somewhere or other. So I just wrote random words because all the questions, like all the questions I created on Saturday. So I lost my interest while writing this code. So that's why I mentioned from that. So every Saturday I'm preparing some questions. So, so I lost the interest while writing the code. So that's it. Hmm. Okay. So do you have any issues with the arrays? So did you write the code? I gave you two different tasks, na? Did you find any difficulty in finding how many of you wrote the code for three programs which I gave in yesterday? So did you have any difficulties or did you have any doubt in writing the code for those three programs? What are those three programs? Can you repeat the first one? What are the three questions? Can you guys? Hey, someone now. I forgot the question. Yesterday.
So one was to find the second biggest number in the array.
Okay, yeah.
One was descending shorting
Shorting. Okay, descending
in
order.
in order.
Ah, descending order. Yeah.
Sum of array
Okay. Okay.
all the
Yes. Hmm. Sum of all. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Yes, Rupa. Do you have any issues?
Sir, it was by mistake.
Okay. So shall we have a discussion on multi-dimensional arrays?
yes sir.
So do you know what is a multi-dimensional array? Do you have any idea on multi-dimensional arrays?
Yes sir.
Okay. Gunjan, can you explain any few words?
In multi-dimensions we have both row and column.
Yeah, when we are
Uh,
discussing
ba-
the word, yeah, good. It's Gunjan, go on, go on. Yeah, having more than one substance. Mm-hmm. Divya, can you explain that? Having more than one substance.
Yes, sir. Having two things like we have horizontal rows and
Mm.
columns.
Mm.
So just like multidimensional, maybe 2D, 3D, and depends on question.
Very, very, thank you. So again, I'm taking the example of so we have to write some, we have to draw some tables here. Just, okay, very good, Rahul. Okay, so like in the when we are discussing about arrays, okay, we are storing the array value in only one particular row, right? Only one particular row. So if you want to store, okay, like when we are discussing about the multi-dimensional arrays, okay, we have to write, okay, rows and columns. Okay, we have to store the array elements by using the rows and columns. That means which is a matrix form. Okay, we can write the code in a matrix form. Okay, for example, let's take some random numbers here: 5, 6, 4, 12, 9, 8, 7. So like we wrote some random numbers here. Okay, so if you want to access 5, okay, if you want to access 5, we have to mention both a row and a column index. Okay, so here we have two types of index: one is a row index and another one is a column index. You have to mention both row index and column index of a array, then you will get the desired value. Okay, so for example, so we are in a, okay, so first row and we are in a first column. Okay, so that's why if you mention 0 and 0, so the index of 5 is 0 and 0. Okay, and coming to the 6, still we are in a same row. Okay, row is a horizontal and columns is a vertical now, so still we are in a, okay, so I mean same row, which is a 0th row. Okay, so first you have to mention the row index, then you have to mention the column index, and we are in the first column. Okay, now we are in the first column, so we have to write the index of 1 here. Okay, so 1 is the first column, and coming to the 4. Okay, here we have, still we are in a 0th row, that means still we are in a same row. Okay, so 0, and this is a second column and of 2. Okay, and give me a minute and let me see. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, check me. But please hold on for 1 minute, I have to send one email. Please hold. They're all if you need the stuff, run in a class. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Oh, today I forgot to take the attendance, no? Okay, when we are winding up the shape, when we are winding up, okay, so please inform me that. Please remember that thing. Okay, so we have to take that in for sure. I forgot that. See, so if you want to access the 4, okay, we are in a first row, so that's why I mentioned the 0th index, and we are in the second column, so that's why, okay, I mentioned 2. Okay, again, so when we are discussing about 1, okay, the index of 1 will be, so we are in the next row, right? So we are in the first row, so 1. Okay, so the row index is 1. Okay, even the row index or a normal index or a column index, everything will be started from 0 only. Okay, so still we are in a second row, so that's why the index of the row is 1. Okay, and the column is 0th column. And if you want to access 2, okay, the index of the 2 is first row and first column. And coming to the 3, we are in first row and this is the second column, so 1 2. Okay, you have to write the index like this. Okay, so when you are storing a multi-dimensional array in your Java program, you need to write two different for loops. You have to write a nested for loop here. Okay, because one for the rows and one for the columns. Okay, so coming to the ninth one. Okay, so coming to ninth, if you want to print the ninth value, what is the index of 9? Can I get the index of 9?
20.
2 and 0. What about 8? It is 2 2. So we have to understand the syntax like this. We have to write the row index first, then we have to write the column index. Row is a horizontal and column is a vertical thing. Okay, so for this situation, okay, so if you want to perform any operations or if you want to store any information in this multi-dimensional arrays, okay, you have to use nested for loop for that. I think you remember the nested for loop now when we are saying, when you are writing the code for pattern classes, pattern, we consider star pattern, no? And we use it to write a nested for loop for some time, no? So by using that particular syntax only, we have to write the multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, so let's read some values. Okay, so I want to read, okay, multi-dimensional array from the user, then I want to print a multi-dimensional array from the user. Okay, so I want to read multi-dimensional array from the user. Okay, before reading the multi-dimensional array from the user, we have to read the row length and the column length. Okay, we need to read the row length and the column length. No? So that's why we have to read row index and column index first. Then after receiving the row value and column value, we can create a one multi-dimensional array. After creation of the multi-dimensional array, we can read the values into it. Okay, so let's write the code for multi-dimensional array. Here you have to write more number of for loops, which is a big task to write, and so it's a bit confusion. So better to concentrate on this. Okay, so it is a bit confusion. I do understand that. Okay, but it is very easy. Okay, it is very easy to remember, but a difficult. Okay, bit difficult to to write the code. Okay, so easy to understand, difficult to write. Okay, that's it. Okay, so let's write a program for reading the values into multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, so write some comments, reading the values to multi-dimensional arrays. Right, hashtag customer and class multi-array, multi-array, and it should be capital, and we need to read the values. So that's why importing scanner class as well. Go to java dot the class name dot scanner class. Okay, now we need to read the main public static right now. Okay. So I want to declare two values here, int rows and columns. Okay, I want to declare two values, int rows and columns. And I want to read I value and j value as well. Okay, so which is used to, used in for loops, nested for loops. Okay, first we need to create a objects for scanner class, scanner bs equal to new scanner. Okay, so we need to print something on the screen as enter number of rows. Okay, I want to read number of rows from the user. Okay, and I want to use print element, no, print method. Okay, so after reading the number of rows, we need to print, okay, number of, we already declared a rows now, rows equal to bs dot nextInt, which is an integer. So we are using bs dot nextInt is a method, and then should be small, I should be capital, and copy the code, and which is used to read the columns now. Okay, we need to read the number of columns, and the number of columns should be stored in columns variable. COLS is the columns variable. Okay, so after reading the columns and the rows, okay, we are having rows and columns now. Now we need to create a multi-dimensional array. After creating the multi-dimensional array, we can pass the values into it, right? So let's create a multi-dimensional array here. Okay, int ar equal to, okay, we need to mention two different brackets here, one for the rows and another for the columns. When you are declaring a multi-dimensional array, you have to use two brackets at the array declaration. Okay, one for rows and one for columns. Okay, equal to new int, new and int. Okay, so we need to give the length of, the number of rows as a rows variable, which is given by the user, and we need to create a columns. So I'm creating a columns here. Okay, rows and columns as per the user requirement. If user gave 3 and 3, we can create a matrix of, we can create an array of 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, if user wants to give 4 by 4 matrix, okay, user can enter 4 and 4 at the row and columns value. Okay, just write some comments here. Creating array with specified size. So that is the question. Okay, so we have a multi-dimensional array. So we need to write one for loop here. Okay, see, first of all, you need to understand the how it working. Then we can write the for loop. Okay, so first, okay, we are passing the values to the rows now. So first we are mentioning the index of a row. Okay, so the index of a row in the first three iterations is same. Okay, the index of the row is in the first three, okay, operations in the first three iterations are same. So we need to write row as a outer loop. Okay, we need to write row as a outer loop, and the value of a columns is changed for every iteration. The value of a column is changed for every iteration. So here we need to write two for loops, and which is in which, okay, row should be the outer loop and the column should be the inner loop, because we are iterating the values of a column. Okay, we are iterating the values of a column, so we have to create columns inside of a row. Okay, inside of a row. So let's write a code for this. Okay, so for I equal to 0, we already declare I. So for I equal to 0, because we need to run the loop from the 0, okay, till I less than rows. Okay, I less than rows. Okay, so if user wants to, store three values, we need to store these three values in 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the maximum index of the three elements will be 2. Okay, 2 is the maximum index, right? So that's why I write I less than rows. Okay, then increment operator I plus plus. Now we need to write another for loop inside of this, another for loop inside of this for loop. Okay, now we need to write the value for columns. Okay, for j equal to 0, Okay, so and j must be work with columns. Okay, j plus plus, and it is for a rows and it is for a columns. Okay, so we need to store I and j value in a array. Okay, so we need to store I and j value in a array. So I array of I comma j. Okay, array of I comma j is equal to ds dot next int. ds dot next int. Okay, we are reading the values of an array now. Okay, so let's write a comment here. Reading values of an array. Okay, reading values of an array. See, we successfully read all the values of an array. Okay, let's understand the syntax of this code. Okay, so initially we declared I equal to 0. No, initially we declared I equal to 0. Then coming to the loop, okay, we declared j equal to 0. Okay, we declare j equal to 0. So the first iteration, the first value can be stored in 0 and 0th index of a matrix, 0 comma 0. Okay, the first value should be the 0 comma 0. Okay, coming again. Okay, now we need to iterate the inner loop. Now after completion of inner loop only we have to go through the outer loop, right? So here we need to check once again with the j value. So j plus plus, which is a 1, 0 plus plus, that means a 1, 1 less than or equal to 1 less than columns. For example, assume columns equal to 3. So 1 less than columns, obviously 3. Okay, so the value should store in 0 comma 1, because the row value, okay, the row value is remains same, but the column value is changed now. So that's why we changed the 0 1 here. So the second value will be stored in 0 comma 1. Okay, here 6 is stored in second value 0 comma 1. Okay, coming to the third one. So again we need to iterate the j loop. So the value should be 2. Okay, I plus plus, which is a 2. So still the row value doesn't change now. So the third value can be stored in 0 comma 2 index. Okay, 0th row and second index, second column. Okay, so coming to the third iteration, I value, I mean j value is changed. So 3, I mean 2 plus plus, which is a 3, and we took columns as a 3 only na. So 3 less than or equal to 3. So 3 less than 3, which is a false. So exit from the inner loop and goes to the outer loop. Now we need to increase the value. So I equal to 0, now we need to increase. So that means I plus plus, that means I equal to 1. Okay, so again we are passing the values as same, as similar to this, 1 0 1 1 and 1 2, and it will print 2 0 2 1 and 2. Okay, so the iteration of this particular loop will goes like this. Okay, so after reading the values of an array, and we can print the values of this thing. Okay, we can print the values. Just copy the two for loops, because we need the two for loops again to print the values. Okay, so I'm copying the two for loops here. Copy the two for loops, and we need to print the values now. So system dot out dot print. Okay, so first we need to print the value of columns, then we can print the value of rows. Okay, so in that cases we need to write array of I comma array of j, and you have to use print method instead of println, because we need to print as a columns now. So matrix is stored in the combination of both the row and columns. If you use ln method here, it will print the content in the new line. So you can't use ln method here. Okay, so when you are going back to the new row, okay, when you want to go back to the new row, then we can use the ln method. See, after completion of all the columns, so this is the code for the columns. Now after completion of columns, we need to go to the new row. So that new row will be system.out.println, which helps you to go to the new line from the next iteration. Okay, so this is how you need to write the program for, okay, multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, let's save this program and run. 27 go 7 and 22. Oh, I forgot the class name. I forgot the class name. Multi-array.
Multi-array.
Yeah. Thank you. Multi-array.java. Multi-array.java. So now let's run this program. No? Java space multi-array dot Java. Okay. Oh, we misplaced several semicolons. Okay. Brackets and close the two brackets. So one is missing. Semicolons are added. So enter number of rows. So I'm entering 3 and enter number of columns. I'm entering 3 again. So I want to put 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. So now you have to give the 9 values because 3 into 3 which is a 9. So you have to give 9 values. Okay. So 12. So tell me some numbers now. 12, 7,
6,
6,
13,
3. Tell me numbers. 4,
21, 22, 40, 8,
8.
plus 3, 9, 2.
You got some numbers. Okay. So which is in an auto-comma format. So better to do some space here. Better to do some space for every element. Then it will look like something. And here also I want to do some space. Enter number of rows 3 and number of columns 3. And I have to enter 12. I can enter the similar values. 40, 40, see, now we got the matrix format. Okay, which is in a proper matrix format. Okay, 12, 7, 6, and 13, 21, 22, and 40, 80, 39. Okay, so this is how you need to work with the multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, got it? Guys, are you clear or do I need to repeat this?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
What about girls?
Sir, in this we have to close the scanner class, na?
Yes, you have to close the standard class. You know I'm very lazy to close those things. You can close now. So in every program, if you use any program, if you use a scanner class in one program, you must close it. But I am very lazy actually. So guys, are you getting the points here? Multi-dimensional arrays.
Yes, sir.
So which is very easy to understand, but which is very difficult to write the code because you have to write a lot of mess here. Okay. Yeah. So I'll give you for 3 minutes of time. I'll give you 5 minutes of time. Okay. You have to tell me the two logics. One for matrix addition and one for matrix multiplication. Okay. I want to know the process, how you are multiplying. Like, I mean, you can explain about, so you can take the two different matrices and you can perform the addition of those two matrices and you can perform the multiplication of those two matrices. Okay. So I need the logic of addition and the multiplication logic of a matrix. Now we are going to do those tasks. Okay. So it is 11:15. Okay, I can give you the time for 5 minutes. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry. So you need to print the addition of these two matrices here. Okay, this is the third matrix. You have to print the addition of those two. Okay, so how can you print? How can you print addition of those two? What is the resultant matrix here?
005 plus 1,
5 plus
1,
okay, that means 6.
6.
Okay, then it's 6.
Then 8,
Then 4,
7,
4
5, 7, 9, 16, 16, and 16.
So sorry. So here we have to perform. Okay, we have to add 0th element, and I mean A of 0 0 with 0 0 element of second matrix. Okay, assume this is a and this is a B. Okay, A of 0 0 element. Okay, so I hope I can write this. So C of okay 0 0. C is the resultant matrix. C of 0 0 equal to A of 0th element along with B of 0th element. Okay, so that means okay, A of 0 is 5 and B of 0 is 1. Okay, so which is a resultant in 6. Okay, and we have to store those 6 value in C of 0 0. Okay, so that's why we stored 6 here. Okay, so coming to the next iteration, okay, we have 0 and 1 and we have 0 and 1 again in the A and 0 and 1 in the B as well. Okay, so that means 6 plus 2 equal to 8. Okay, so we have to work on the same things here. Okay, so matrix addition is very simple. We can add the two similar values. We can add the 0 and 0 index of a element and 0 and 0 index of a B element. Okay, then we get the answer in the C element. Okay, so here no need to worry about the logic, it is a very easy. Okay, now I want to perform matrix addition on our program. Okay, see, till here it is clear for everyone, I think so. Okay. Till reading the values and writing the, I mean printing the values in the command prompt. So we successfully read the different values right here. Okay, now we need to write the second matrix. No, we need to create a second matrix as well. So create a, we need a two matrices. So create two matrices here. Okay, so BR1 and the CR here. Okay, see, I created three different matrices of same size. Okay, three different matrices of same size: AR, BR, CR. Okay, AR is the first matrix, BR is the second matrix, and CR is for the to store the resultant of the addition of those two. Okay, so we need to read the values of AR first, then we need to read the values of BR, then we want to perform the addition, then we can print the values. So we have to perform four different tasks here. Okay, four different tasks. One is to read the values of first matrix. The second one to read the values of second matrix. The third task, okay, performing addition of those A and B. And fourth one, we have to print the values of a array, values of a matrix. Okay, so here we need 8 for loops. Okay, so here we need 8 different for loops because okay, to read the first matrix we need a 2 for loops, to read the second matrix we need a 2 for loops, to perform addition we need a 2 for loops, and to print the values we need a 2 for loops. Okay, so we need 8 different for loops here. Okay, 8 different for loops. Okay, so which is very easy to understand the logic here, but it is a very hectic because we are writing 8 different for loops in a single programs. Assume which is how much difficult it is to write the things. Okay, so we already read the value of a here, reading the values of first array. Okay, so we are reading the values of first array, then we have to read the values for second array. So reading the values of second array. Okay, after reading the values of an array, we need to print the values here for, okay, same, I equal to 0, I less than rows, and I plus plus, same old code. Okay, so I want to copy this code from the post statements and copy the code and paste it here. Okay, AR we can place the BR because we are reading the second array. Second array is a BR, so that's why we are reading the BR here. Okay, BR is used to show the second values of an array. Okay, two arrays we have AR and BR. Now we need to perform addition of AR and BR. Okay, we need to perform addition, right? So let's write another comment here. Okay, we're adding two matrices. We're adding two arrays. Adding two arrays. Now we need to write the again two for loops. Again we need to write the two for loops, and let me copy the code here. Okay, we have the for loop here, and now we need to write one output statement. Okay, sorry, we need to perform addition, right? So we have to write this particular logic here. Okay, C of 0 1 equal to A of 0 1 and B of 0 1. So 0 is the values of I, which is a row index, and I is the value, I'm sorry, J is the values of column index. Okay, we need to write in the this particular syntax. Okay, C of Ij. Okay, in the place of 0 comma 1 we can print the Ij because I is for the rows and J is for the columns, and A of Ij plus B of Ij. Okay, so that's the logic we have to write. So C of I value and J value, okay, is equal to A of I value with J value plus B of I value and J value. Okay, so the addition of those two matrices is going to store in C. Okay, so I think it is a CR and BR, not C and AR. CR, AR, BR. So please make sure about the name of the array. So you may be confused. Okay, so please take care of this thing. Okay, so after adding two different arrays, now we need to print the values of array. Na? So just write the one comment here, printing values. Okay, printing the values of resultant addition. So we need to print CR, not AR, because CR holds the resultant variables of those two matrices, AR and BR, the resultant variable of AR and the resultant variable of BR. So that's those things stored in a C. So that's why we are printing the C value here, CR. Okay. So let's try to run this program. Okay, enter number of rows. I'm giving 3 again, and I'm giving columns, number of 3. Sorry, columns also 3. Now we need to enter the values. Okay. So better to write some output statement while reading the inputs. So I forgot to write some output statements. So dot out dot println, enter values of first array. Enter the values of first array, and after this we can print. We have to read the enter the values for second array. Okay, we successfully has two different arrays. Now we need to print addition of the arrays now. Addition of those arrays are those arrays are okay. Now we can print the thing. So every line of code must have some output statement which makes the sense. See, enter the number of rows. I'm entering 3. Sorry, not 3. Enter number of columns 3. Now we need to enter the values of first array. Okay. So give me some numbers now. 14. 86. Totally we need to give 18 values. Yeah, come on. 42. Hey, someone other than him. How many numbers are there?
7, 9,
Sir, 39.
7, 39.
3, 9,
17.
Now we need to give the second array. Yeah, 20. 20. Okay.
17.
Okay.
11. 29.
9,
30.
13, 1, 3.
30.
30.
68.
58 or 68?
68, sir.
Need to give another two values. Two values.
11,
11 again.
9,
The addition of those two arrays are we got in a matrix. Okay. So see. So let's add these values. 14 and 20. That is a 34.
34.
64 plus 17. Okay. Which is a 81. And 12. Okay. And 11. Which is 23. Okay. So we got the addition of two arrays here. Got it now? This is how we need to write the program for addition of two matrices. Okay, you can give 2 by 2 matrix or 3 by 3 matrix or 4 by 4, anything you can have. Because we are reading the values of, rows and columns from the user, so it can accept any type of an array. Okay, is this clear? So we did 4 important tasks here. So sorry, 5. So first we are reading the values of rows and columns. Then we declared the values. We declared the array sizes, and we read the values of first array, and we need the we read the values of second array. After reading the two values, we are printing the values. Sorry, adding the values. After adding the values, we need to print. Totally, we used 8 for loops in this program. 8 for loops. Okay, is this clear? Or do you have any issue, or do you have any confusion or doubts?
no, sir.
Guys, is this clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about others? Everything is clear now? Okay. So can you write a program for matrix multiplication?
Yes, sir.
Okay, S1 William. Anybody? Do you want to try? Shall I explain or you can write anything? Okay, fine. Okay, first of all, understand the logic of matrix multiplication, which is a big difference than the addition. Okay, so let's write the matrix multiplication code. Okay. And I don't want to show. And let's write small numbers, no? So it's very difficult to multiply the numbers if you have mentioned. Okay, assume we are having a matrix like this. Okay, assume we are having matrix like this. So can you perform matrix multiplication here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How can we multiply the matrix?
1
Sorry.
into 3 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into 3 for 0 C00.
Okay, for C00,
Yes.
can
3
3
into
into,
1
okay,
1 3 into 3
3 into 3, okay,
3 into 2 plus 3
plus 3 into 2. Is what?
yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, can you, do you want to add anything? Is this okay? No.
Multiply
Yeah.
first
Gunjan, you
first row,
confused.
first column.
Yeah. We need to, okay, see. So this is the row now. So this is the row and this is the column. Okay, we need to multiply the first row of a first matrix with first column of a second matrix. First row of a first matrix with first column of a second matrix. Okay, that means 3 into 1. Okay, because this 3 multiplied with 1. Okay, plus 1 multiplied with 3. Okay, 1 into 3. Now we have 2 and we have 2. Okay, 2 into 2. Okay? One row of a first matrix with another first row, first column of a second matrix. Okay, so we have to multiply the rows along with the columns of a second matrix.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
yeah. So now again, so what is the thing here? What we have to write in the position of 0 of 1.
1 into 1.
1 into 1 again, right? In the first row,
No,
okay,
sir.
you have to write
First
the
row,
first one.
second column.
Yeah. So
3 into
first row of your first matrix, multiplied with second column of a second matrix.
second.
Okay. Yeah. So 3 into
2
2 plus 1
1
1
into
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 2.
2
Very good.
plus
Then
2
2
into
into
1
1.
very good. Now coming to the third column. Okay.
3 into 3
Very good. 3 into 3
plus
plus
1 into 1.
1 plus
2 into 3.
very good. Let's come to the second row. When we are when we are printing the values of second row, we need to multiply the second row of your first matrix. Now, second row of your first matrix multiplied with first
First
1
column
into
of the
1,
second matrix. Yes, very good. 1 into 1 plus
2 into
2
3,
into 3.
3 into 2
3 into 2.
very good. No?
1 into 2, 2 into 2,
Very good.
3 into 1.
Nice. Again, we have to multiply 1 into
1 into 3,
2
2
into
into 1, 3 into 3.
2. You have to write the logic like this. So again,
3 into
3
1,
into 1
2
plus
into 3,
2 into 3 plus
1 into
1
2,
into
3
3
into
into
2, 2 into 2, 1 into 1.
very good.
3 into
Last
3, 2 into 1, 1 into 3.
okay, this is how you need to write. Okay, so So I mean matrix multiplication. Yeah, we got to understand the matrix multiplication. Okay. So we confused at this part only, like we have to implement a logic for this thing. Okay. So how to implement a logic for matrix multiplication? Can you give me the syntax? Sorry. Here I want to know the syntax. Yes, no, no. Very easy.
Can we take 3 for loop?
Yeah, obviously we have to consider three different for loops here
Then
because
Cij is equals to
I
0.
equal to C.
A.
J.
Then third one is K.
Okay. So see.
Ik and Kj plus B Kj. मतलब into
J of
J.
that's it.
Yes.
Yes, are you all of you are okay with this?
Cij plus
Okay. C of Ij because we need to add
plus.
everything.
Yes.
Very good. After this, that's it.
Yes.
Okay. So for every iteration, we have to make C of Ij equal to 0. Okay. So let's understand this particular syntax. Okay. Let's understand this syntax. Okay. So first of all, in the place of C of A 0 0. Okay. In the place of C 0 0, C 0 0, we need to multiply with the value of A. Okay. A of 0 1. Okay. A of 0 1 with okay, so with b of 0 0. So sorry, we have to multiply
0
with
0.
0 0. So
Yes.
a of 0 0 multiply with b of 0 0. Okay, see here we have to multiply. Sorry, we have to multiply. Let's write something here. Okay, so one the index of one is 0 and 1. Okay, multiplied with okay, so we are multiplying the row value
1
here,
0.
we are multiplying the row value, no, so 1 and 0, sorry, here I want 1 and 0. Okay, plus okay, plus, so in the first one we have to change
0
it.
2 and 1 0.
Yeah, very good. So here we are multiplying the 0 of 2, that means first row of second column value. Okay, so 0 2. So 0 2 multiplied with 2 0. Okay. So this is the second row and first column. So it is a 2 0. Okay. We need to write a logic for this thing. Okay. See, we have to understand one thing here. Okay. If you write okay I value for rows and j value for columns. Okay. We are iterating the values of columns for multiple times. See. So in the first matrix we are changing the values of columns. Okay, we are changing the values of columns. In the second matrix we are changing the values of rows. Okay, so we are changing the rows of a second column, and we are changing the columns of a first matrix. Okay, columns of a first matrix, and in the second matrix we are changing the rows of a second matrix. So for that particular purpose I want to take another for loop which is a k. Okay, which is a k. So let's understand the situation here. Okay, so a, okay, we have a. Okay, so in the a we are passing the value of I because we have a rows, no. So in the A matrix, in the first matrix, the rows is constant for one iteration. Okay, the rows is constant, but we are changing the values of columns. So that's why we have to write the k here. Okay, we have to write the k here, and which is a multiplied with, okay, which is a multiplied with, here we are iterating that we are changing the values of, okay, we are changing the values of, you know, the row, right? We are changing the values of row. So p of k along with, we, I mean, here the column is constant, so j. Okay, this is how we need to write the syntax of matrix multiplication. And we are, every time we are adding the values, no, every time we are adding the values into the c variable. So that's why we need to write increment, I mean, so arithmetic assignment operator, we need to add c of ij value, okay, for three different multiplications. So that's why I mentioned arithmetic assignment operator here. Okay, so let's write a code for this. Let's write a code for this. Okay, so which is a very easy to understand, but a bit difficult to write. Okay, but it's easy, no, but some complexity. Okay, so we need to change this. Okay, now we need to write the, okay, logic here. We need to write one particular logic here. So write a for loop for there for k equal to 0. Okay. And k is also less than rows or columns because both are equal. So k plus plus. Okay. Now we need to implement same logic here. Okay. C of ij. C of ij plus equal to C of ij plus equal to, okay, j of I along with k plus b of k along with j. C, same logic. Okay, but we need to write br here and ar is a matrix and br is a matrix. Okay, see, we are assigning the values, no, we are assigning, okay, value of first multiplication with cr, no. So we need to initialize the cr value first. We need to initialize the cr value because, okay, because every time after ij value we need to, we are adding the multiplication, no. So we are adding the multiplication here into the c of ij, since we are using the arithmetic assignment operator, which tells us, okay, we need to add, okay, the new value which is already assigned with a something in the c. Okay, so that's why we need to initiate c value for sure. Okay, you need to initiate c value for sure. So that's why I'm writing I of j. Okay, we need to initialize c for sure because we are using arithmetic assignment operator. Arithmetic assignment operator indicates, okay, so adding a new value to the existing value without without initializing the c of ij, how can you add to the existing value? Okay, there is no existing value, right? So that's why I am existing one particular value which is a 0, because addition of 0 doesn't make any sense. Okay, addition of 0 doesn't make any sense to anyone, right? So that's why I initialize the value of c of ij, which is very important. If you miss the, okay, c of ij equal to 0, okay, if you miss this particular line of code, you will definitely get a error because we are adding the thing now here. So, like, you know, so we are adding c value along with existing value and new value. So AR and BR provides one new value, and we are using arithmetic assignment operator, and arithmetic assignment operator tells us to add a new value to the existing value. Okay, if you doesn't, if you fail to initialize a value to CR, okay, how can you add a new value to it? Right? So we can't add a new value to it, right? So that's why I'm initializing the C value here. Okay, so actually it is a CR of ij. Every time we have to initialize, that's why I will written in the for loops. Okay, so let's run this code. Okay, that's it. Okay, there is no need to change anything. Okay, so we need to read the rows and columns. After reading the rows and columns, we are creating the three different matrices of same size. Okay, and here we are reading the first array. After the first array, we are reading the second array. After reading the second array, we are multiplying the things. After, okay, multiplying the things, we are printing the array. That's it. Okay, we don't need to change anything here. and in the place of addition we can change it to the multiplication. And we can change the comment as well. Multiplication of 2 arrays. Okay, so multiplication of 2 arrays. Let's run this code. CLS. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, every time I'm mixing the semicolons here. Oh. Oh, I forgot this thing now. So we have to initialize the k now. I didn't declare k. So actually I declared I and j here. I forgot to declare k. They're the basic things you need to consider because those are very important. So enter number of rows, so I'm giving 3. Enter number of columns, I'm giving 3 again. Okay, enter the values of first array. Array, give me some minimal arrays. No? I need to activate this. Enter the values. Give me some values.
2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3.
Okay, another 3.
2, 4, 2.
Okay, the values of second array. Something, you know, can I take 3? 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so the resultant of those values are here. We got the result. Okay, so this is how you need to write the things. Okay, matrix of multiplication. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can multiply the things. Okay, so let's multiply for one value. Okay, let's multiply one value. Okay, so we have the first value is 2. Okay, so the first value is 2 multiplied with 3. Okay, 2 into 3, 6. And the second value is 1, and we need to multiply with this one. Okay, because we need to multiply with the fourth value. Okay, so 1 and 1, so which is a 1, and we already have 6, so which is a 7. Okay, so let's multiply with 3. Okay, 3 along with something, you know, 2. Okay, so which is a 2, 3, 2. Okay, 6. We have to put the value here. Okay, so let's multiply the numbers like this. If you have any confusion, write the numbers here. Okay, write the numbers. Okay, then you will get, you can easily understand the things. Okay. I think we got it. Okay, see, let's review the code. If you miss anything or if you have any doubt, let's discuss now. So first we initialize scanner object and we read the two values. After reading the two values, we created 3 different arrays of same size and reading the first array, and it is a reading of second array, and then we are performing the multiplication. After performing the multiplication, okay, we are printing the values. After printing, let's close the scanner object. Okay, that's it. It's very simple to understand, but difficult to write. Okay, because we have to write 9 for loops in a matrix multiplication. No, so 9 for loops in a one program is very hectic. Okay, because I mean, we have to make sure about, I mean, where we are opening a bracket and where we are closing the bracket. If you mismatch the brackets, okay, you are done. You can't review it. Okay, you can't get output if you miss one one bracket. So it is a difficult to write but very easy to understand. I hope you understand. Okay, if you have any doubt in matrix multiplication, and please let me know. So we perform a matrix addition and matrix multiplication, so which are very important in our academics. Okay, So those are very important things in our academics now. So please take care of that. Any doubts, ma? Boys and girls?
No, sir.
Is everything clear for everyone?
Yes.
So silence, silence, silence. I don't like silence, but silence likes you. So you can't avoid silence. What should I do? Come on.
So can we print the element when we are creating
When you are creating a
CR element, when we are storing the value of the multiplication?
I didn't get it. Okay. So you want to print when you are done with a C value, na? When you are done with a one multiplication. That's what
Yes,
you
sir.
are
When
asking.
we are creating CR,
Okay.
then so we don't need other two for loops.
Okay. So that's a good idea actually. So see, if you print the value here, okay, if you print the value now, if you print the value of CR, so the first value, okay, see, let's check in the for loop now. So the first value is printed in 3 na, so 3 is printed on the screen. Okay, after 3, okay, in the second iteration, so it is a 3 again, 3 into 1, 3. Okay, so 3 and I mean 3 plus 3, which is a 6. Okay, 6 is also printed on the screen. Okay, so if you miss those things also, like 2 and 2, okay, 4, so 6 plus 4, which is a 10, 10 will printed on the screen. Okay, so in the first element you will get the output like this, but we can't get the output like that now.
Okay,
So
sir.
you can't print CR value when you are multiplying things. Okay, so you can do one thing. So after creation of, I mean after closing the K for loop, okay, after completing the K for loop, I think we can print. Let's check for it. Actually, it is a good idea. Let's check for that one. And I will comment this out. I think we will get some errors because we have to print after closing the K value only. Okay, because we need a I value and J value, no? I think it won't work, but let's try. Now multi-array. 3 and 3. Okay, why don't we give 2 and 2? It is very easy to multiply, no? The number of rows 2 and the number of columns 2. Okay, now we need to do 4 values. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See, we got like this. So we can't get into the new line. So we can get the new line after, you know, after closing the J value. I think we can get the new. Okay, we are printing. So let's check for this. 3 and 2. Okay. So let's give some random values. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 3, 1, 3, 1. We got the output like this. True. Like let's multiply the things. 1 into 3. Okay. So which is a 3. And 2. Okay. This 2 multiplied with. Array, this is so confusing to me also. Let's write here. So what again? 1, 2, and 2. 1. So it is a 3, 1, 3, 1. So write a resultant matrix, then you can understand. So let's multiply now. 1 into 3 plus 2 into 3. Okay. Then 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1. That's it, no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Again, 1 into 3 plus 2 into 3. Okay, 1 into 1 plus 1 into 2. Okay, so the result will be, so it is 2 into 3, 6 and plus 9, and 2 into 1, and which is 1 and 3. We got it. We are getting 5. Okay, we did something else. Yes, can you check with this? Is it okay? Or I'm doing wrong? Actually, we have to get 5 now. 1 into 3 and plus 2 into 3, which is a 9. Is clear? Now 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1. So 2 into 1 is 2 and the plus 1, which is a 3. Yep. So many samples. Okay, I think this is the issue maybe. Let's try this with the code now. I think we can print it. Yes, we can print. Yeah, that's it. No need to change anything. 3, 1, 3, 1. I'm doing 3, 1 into 1, 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Actually, we have to get, why it is building 5 here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, can you try this? Can you try on matrix multiplication? Can you try with your notebook? Let's take a small example with I mean in your notes. Okay, so multiply the things by your hand, then you can perform the task. I think then you can understand. Catherine, you can write the program, but you have to write like this. It's okay to write.
Okay,
You can
sir.
avoid the two for each. Okay, please take it in. Huh? Yeah. You can write, I think so. But it is so confusing, so better to take for two for loops. It's so confusing, no? I think we can get it. Okay. Yeah. So any doubts other than that? We can avoid another two for loops by using this particular logic. Very good, Ketan. Thanks for the suggestion. We can avoid this, but which is a somewhat difficult to write. Okay, so better to write with another two for loops also. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Do you want this code? Anybody? Do you want? I think you can take the screenshots. Better to take the screenshot of this particular thing only. So remaining all are the same. This is the main logic for us. So after coming from the break, we have to discuss about constructors. Okay. So in Java, we have a constructors, which is a part of our hoops concept. Okay. So we have to tomorrow is lab day, no? So that's why I'm taking the constructor classes now. Okay. After discussing the constructor, we can have one particular program which is important, very important. Okay. For tomorrow lab, I can give you the task for tomorrow lab. Okay. So let's have a quick break for 15 minutes and we'll back, and after coming from the break, okay, we can have a discussion on constructors. I'm asking you to create two objects. That means you have to create. I mean, that means you have to add two books, okay, to the bookshelf, and I want to print those two book details into the my command prompt. Okay. Okay. So this is so confusing to you. Let me write a code for this. Okay. After this, I can give you another example to practice. Okay. So first of all, let's create a book. I mean, let's create a class called bookshelf. Okay. Let's create a class called bookshelf. So I want to take some new file and let me close these files. Some new files. Okay, let's create a class called bookshelf. Okay, class bookshelf. Okay. So this bookshelf class has, okay, so two different things. Okay, so one is sorry variables and another one is methods. Okay, so we have instance variables. So int book number and book price. Okay, and we have one string book name, which is a book name. Okay. Now I want to create two different methods. One is set book method, and another one is get book method. And both the books are, both are public and both are void. Okay, that means this method doesn't return anything to anyone, and both are public methods. That means anybody can access this. Public and void. Get book. Okay, set book and get book. We are working with setters and getters. Okay, so this set book is a method which is used to add a new book. Adds new book to the bookshelf. Okay, so if you want to add a new book to the bookshelf, you have to call set book method. And if you want to pick any book details, okay, prints book details, book details, prints book details. This get book method, or we can return a particular thing. Okay, yeah. So as I told you, okay, so set book is the method which is going to take book number, book name, book price as an arguments. Okay, set book is the method which takes book number, book name, book price as an argument. So we have to pass those arguments values to the from the main method. Okay. Hello. ఏమైంది? Sorry, boss. Yeah. So set book is a method which takes 3 arguments. No. So I am creating 3 arguments as b name, which is a book number. Na. So b number and something string b name and int b price. Okay, b price. These are the 3 arguments which we have to pass from the main method. Now, okay. So we have to set the values first. Okay. So we have to set the values of, okay, these values to the instance values which we receive. I mean, we want to add the book details to the new book, right? Book shell, right? Okay, we want to add one new book to the book shell. So we have to refer the values here. Okay. So book number is equal to b number which we received from the, okay, main method. Then book name is equal to which is received from the main method, which is a b name. Then book price is equal to b price which we received from the, okay, main method. Okay, we have to pass these values from the main method by creating the objects and all. Okay. So see, so we are passing the values to the instance values. Okay, book number, book name, book price are the instance variables. Okay, we are passing the local variables data to the instance variables. Okay, remember this thing. And in the get book method, I want to print the book details. No, I want to print the book details. No, so I can write one output statement here. Okay, system dot out dot println. Okay, so I can take the help of book number, like I want to print book number first. Okay, book number, I mean 1 2 3 4 is the book number of something, suggest me any book there. I forgot the names. Any favorite book of yours? Any novels? Anything? I forgot the names. Recently, I studied something. Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Okay. So I want to print a string like this. Okay, I want to print output like this. 123.4 is the book number of Think Like a Monk, and its price is okay, something like 200 rupees. Okay, I want to print this particular string in the method. Okay, I want to print a string like this on the, okay, command prompt. So we can write the things like this: the book number of, okay, so we need to print the book name, right? So book name is book name. Okay, and which price is, we need to print the price of the book. Okay, book price. Okay, that's it. Okay, we don't want anything, so we can remove this. Okay, in the system, I mean in the output. Okay, so I am printing the book number, book name along with the book price, which is given by the user in the, okay, main method. Okay, so let's save this as book shell dot java, the book shell dot java. Now we need to create another method called another class called library. Okay, let's create a class called library. So class library, the class library. In the library class, I want to print some, I mean, I need a main method, no? Public static, void main, and which is a string arts. Okay, which is a string arts. Okay, see, now we need to add one book to the bookshelf. Okay, I want to add one book to the bookshelf. So I want to create an object for the bookshelf. Okay, now I want to create one object to the bookshelf. Okay, so see, bookshelf is a class name and B1 is the book. Okay, B1 is the book one and new bookshelf. Okay, so I want to add B1 to the bookshelf. Okay, so if you want to add any new book, okay, if you want to add any new book to the bookshelf, which method we have to access? If you want to add any new book to the bookshelf as per our previous
Set.
program,
Method.
which one? Set book. Okay, set book is a method we have to access to create a one new book, to add a one new book to the bookshelf, right? So I am calling b1 here. Okay, by using b1 I can call the set book method. Okay, set book method is expecting three different values, right? One is b number, book number, one is book name, and one is book price. Okay, so we have to pass those three values from here. Okay, so I want to pass, like 121 is the book number, and something like, think like a monk, or think like a monk is the book name, and we have to price, I mean, we have to pass the price, and 200 is the price of the book, and 200 is the price of the book. Okay, we successfully added the book to the bookshelf. We successfully added the book to the bookshelf because we call the set book method. Set book method is used to read the values from the main. Okay, now, okay, we can store book number as 121, and we can store book name and book name as think like a monk, and book price as, okay, something like a 200, because we called this method na. So while we are calling this method, we are passing the values. So these values will be stored in this particular part. These values going to store in here. Okay, b number has 121, b name has think like a monk, and b price has 200, and we are assigning those values to the instance variables. Okay, we are assigning those values to the instance variables. Okay, so those values we are going to print in the get book method. In the get book method we are going to print those values. Okay, now I want to call get book method to print the book details. Okay, get book method to print the book details. This is what I want to do. Okay, let's save this program as a library.java. Okay, we successfully saved it. Okay, let's run this program. So we need to run library class, not bookshell class, because bookshell doesn't have any main method. No, bookshell have main method? No, but library class, I mean, library class has a main method. Okay, bookshell class doesn't have the main method. Okay, so see, now we want to run library method. Okay, so library.java. Okay, see, something like class, something like library, and I want to name this, type this. Let's check in the desktop, plot one, and in the programs, 27. So where did I save this program? Huh? Sorry, I misplaced the in the 26th folder. I saved the program. Okay, so here I saved the program. So when we use these two classes in 27, not in the 26. Okay. When I save in this particular code, okay, I misplaced the code. we have library class and we have bookshell class. Okay, so we are creating a we are creating one object to the bookshell. By using that particular object, we are adding a new book, and after adding a new book, we are printing the details of new book. Okay, save this code and run. Oh, cannot find the symbol. Bookshell. Okay. So if you don't like that, okay. So let's create here only. In the library class only, I created a bookshell class. Okay, but it has some issues. Something that's why. See, we got output as 121 is the book number, and the book number is Think Like a Monk. Okay, so and its price is 200. See, so we are if you check the main method, so did we implemented any details here? Did we created any methods here? No. So we are calling bookshell class. In the bookshell class, okay, we are having something like bookshelves also. Okay, so if you want to add a new book, you have to call the set book method. If you want to, okay, read a different book, okay, if you want to read the details of any book, okay, you have to call get book method. Now we can create any number of books like this. Okay, let's create another book shell. Okay, book shell b2 equal to, okay, new book shell, new book shell, and now b2 is a new book. Okay, I'm adding b2 to the bookshell. So we can pass values here, like 122 is a something any other book. Okay, so this book, I mean, this method, this name. Are there any solutions? I forgot that. Are there any solutions for a book? I forgot the name. Shiva Triology. We can write Shiva Triology. Triology 1. Okay, and which is a cost of 150 rupees. Okay, we successfully saved the book 2 into the bookshell. Now I want to print book 2 details also. Get book. Okay, and I need to change something in the here because I need to give some space. Here I need to do some space. We got two book details. One is 121 is the book number, okay, which is the name of Think Like a Monk, and its price is 200. And another one, 122, is the book number of Shiva Triology 1, and its price is 150 rupees. Okay, so we got an output like this. See, so we successfully created a, okay, one main method. In the main method, we didn't create anything. Okay, in the main method we didn't create anything, but okay, so we created some other class called a bookshell. Okay, in the bookshell class we created a pre-instance variables, because I created instance variables because I want to access these values in every method. Okay, I have a two methods now. If I create a local variables, okay, so those local variables only accessible in. Okay, so that's why I created an instance variables so that I can use it in anywhere in the class. Okay, so in the by using the set book class, I am adding the book details. By using the get book method, okay, I am printing the details of a book. Okay, so did you got this point? Did you understand the flow of the program? So here we are not using any problem solving skills. We are not writing any for loop or any loop. Okay, just we are creating the things. Okay, this is how a pack. I mean, one one project would done. So you have to create a project after completion of a JDBC and all, right? So you have to create a projects like this. One is library management. Okay, some basic projects. Okay, so you can have 10 different methods. Okay, so in the 10 different methods you can manipulate the things. Okay, is similar to this program. Okay, you can create a bank class and a customer class. Okay, so in the bank class, okay, if you want to, if you want to add anything, like if you want to create an account, so you have to create a create account method, and you have to create a deposit method, and you have to create a withdraw method. Okay, so first user have to create some method. After creating a, after creating an account, okay, user wants to deposit some money. Okay, after that, okay, user wants to perform, okay, withdraw from his account. Okay, so like if withdraw successful, we have to check the balance. We have to check the balance of the account. If withdrawal amount is greater than balance account, okay, we have to send one error, like you can't access, you can't withdraw amount because of insufficient balance. If it is true, okay, if the balance is greater than withdrawal amount, we can withdraw the amount from the customer account. Okay, like this you have to create two different types of classes, okay, to execute the banking, to execute the banking operations. Here we created operations for library. Okay, so tomorrow you can create the you can create the operations for banking sector operations. So first of all, please tell me one thing. Did you understand this topic or not? Did you understand the flow of the program or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In the
Yes,
only
sir.
one file, okay, because of we are using a notepad now, so you can't create a multiple, you can't communicate with the multiple things. Okay, so here I am creating one library class. After library class, I am creating a bookshelf class. Okay, you can write any number of classes in one particular file. Okay, so I created two different files, but you have to know one thing: your file name should be equal to the your main class. Okay, so in the library class only I have a main method, so that's why I named this I named this file as a library. Okay, you have to save the program with your main class name, because if you have, you are having the two different classes, right? So you can't create a two, you can't create it with the other name. That's it. Okay, so like this, only main class has only one main method, but this bookshelf class has two different methods: set book and get book. Okay, you can't write a main method within the bookshelf class, because we are already having a main method in the library. Okay, yes, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Or do you need to write any program? Like, can I write any other program? Do you want me to write?
No, sir.
Chetan or Gunjan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ketan, Priya, Nancy, everything is clear now
Yes,
for
Yes,
sir.
everyone.
sir.
So today, can you create this book class? Like, can I give you another task? Like, I already mentioned the book now. So can you give you another task for something like? I forgot the example. Okay. So I want to create a project for movie theater. Okay, we have to create a movie class, okay, which is a main class, a movie theater. One theater can have different movies, no? One theater can have different movies. Okay, so movie theater is has the main class, must be the main class, and it has main method included. Okay, movie theater has main method. After movie theater, you can create another method called movie. Sorry, you can create another class. Okay, movie is the class name. Class movie, and the movie has some different types of variables, like um, int, starting time, start time. Okay, and the time.
Ticket price.
Yeah, yeah, we can add ticket price. price. And in the string, we can have the movie title. Okay. So if you have a confusion, let's change this to movie price. Okay, we have a 4 different variables. Okay, now we need to create a set movie. Set movie is the method which takes 4 arguments. Okay. Set movie is a method which takes 4 arguments to set to add a movie into theater. To add a movie into theater. So then we need to create another method called get a movie. Okay, so this will print details of movie. Okay, like so the movie name is something like RRR. Okay, the ticket price is 200 rupees and it starts from 6 p.m. and ends in 9 p.m. You have to print like that. Okay, so in the get movie method, so you have to create a 2 different classes here. One is the movie theater class. Okay, movie theater class is the main class. There you have to create the objects for movie. Okay, movie is the class which is having the 4 different variables. One is the start time, end time, movie price, and movie title. Okay, after movie title, you need to create 2 different methods. One is a set movie and another one is a get movie. Okay, set movie is the method to add the movie into theater, and the get movie is the method to to print the details. Okay, this is okay, guys.
Sir.
Everyone is clear with it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, if you have any issue in the flow of this program, please let me know.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you have to complete this task by the end of the day. I want to see this particular code in the GitHub of everyone. You have to push the code by the end of the day. Okay, I want to see the code in the GitHub. After pushing into the GitHub, and send me the link of your GitHub repository. I can review it.
Okay, sir.